Hey folks, welcome into the Thinking Crypto podcast, your home for cryptocurrency news and interviews. I'm your host, Tony Edward. On your way in, please hit that subscribe button as well as the thumbs up button and leave a comment below. If you're listening on a podcast platform such as Spotify or Apple, please be sure to follow and leave a 5-star rating. Well, folks, I've got bad news for you. The Clarity Act vote is not going to happen. Senator Thune has confirmed via Politico that the vote will happen in September when the Senate and the House return back into office. So this is, of course, disappointing, but it should come as no surprise because as we've been covering over the past few weeks, there were many headwinds and things were not moving and time was not on our side. And now the whole vote before the August recess has collapsed. So a reporter from Politico said Senator Thune just confirmed our scoop that the Senate is punting the Clarity Act vote until September. So both the Senate and the House will return into office on September 14th. So let's see what they can get done. It's going to be tough because we are in a midterm election year, and you can imagine the Democrats are going to try to use this against Trump with many different aspects, with the ethics as well as the banking lobby pushing back on this bill. So things are not looking good, but here we go, folks. Yeah, it's going to be a mess. And if we don't get this bill done, let's say before President Trump leaves office, it opens the door for another administration to come in and to roll back the updates the SEC, CFTC, and the other agencies have done. So it's not the end of the world that this is not going to pass. Let's say it doesn't pass even in September, because the agencies are providing the guidance, right? The SEC and the CFTC have been providing the rulemaking. The problem, as mentioned, is that if the Clarity Act is not passed, then those things don't become law officially, right? So that's the risk, but we still got time, to get something done. But the ideal timing would have been, before the August recess. But unfortunately, is where we're at. Our government is not able to get this done. So it's pretty annoying, of course. And then something you should know about, another Republican came out, Senator Jerry Moran, said he's a no on the Clarity Act vote because of the bank stablecoin yield situation. Yesterday, we talked about another Republican, Josh Hawley, who was also saying the same thing. So the banking lobby fighting very hard. They're cutting the big checks. And despite the spending that the crypto industry has done, the banking lobby is looking to outspend them. So it might be a very tough midterm election. Let's see, unless they're able to find a good compromise in September. But again, midterm election year, and you need the Democrats to get this done. There was some updates on the ethics compromise. Nothing confirmed, but apparently the details were the bipartisan ethics plan is to require Trump to sell crypto assets. Trump could net tax windfall in crypto bill divestiture deal. So obviously this doesn't matter right now because the bill is not going to get voted on anyway. But let's see if Trump and the White House agree to this come September, and if this is still going to be a headwind. Because if they agree to it, then maybe there's some additional compromise on the stablecoin front, and they could potentially push this bill through. Now, Senator Tim Scott did go on Fox Business earlier in the day. He was giving some hope. He said, we will stay here longer for the next 2 days and much longer if needed. But of course, this is a non-starter because Senator Thune came out and said it ain't happening. So unfortunate. Now, what's interesting, the price of Bitcoin is not reacting negatively. And it goes back to what I was talking about in yesterday's podcast, as well as in my newsletter from yesterday, that potentially this negative news of no vote could already be priced in. Now, I was born at night, but not last night. Obviously, we got to give it time. The market could dump tomorrow or over the weekend or early next week, right? But let's say it doesn't dump. There is a possibility that it's priced in and that Bitcoin and the crypto market could follow the lead of the stock market, which has been hitting new all-time highs, the S&P 500 and more. So let's see what happens. It will be a very good sign. Like I said, if this thing doesn't dump, and the signals we're seeing is that the RSI is in the neutral zone and the MACD just flipped bullish. So it literally just flipped bullish. You had a bullish cross here. And this is on the daily chart. On the weekly chart, we have the bullish divergence and the MACD has already flipped bullish, right? So these things are in our favor. The charts, the metrics, and the information still looks good here. But again, maybe the bad news hasn't gone through the news cycle yet, and there could be a massive sell-off tomorrow or next week. So we shall see, but fingers crossed that it doesn't. And regardless, if you have the macro view, guys, this bullish divergence on the weekly chart is incredibly bullish because it means we are about to turn the corner and flip bullish. And I think that would align with, I believe Trump doesn't want to go into the midterm elections with the markets in the dump. And I believe the stock market and much more is going to rip. And I think crypto is going to follow that. So we could see a very strong and year-end rally because of the signals we're seeing here, plus those macro factors of, a Fed under Trump's control and, liquidity and all these things being pushed into markets. So we shall see. Now, folks, quick word from our sponsor.
This episode is brought to you by FortisX. Guys, let's be honest, the crypto market has been moving sideways for a while now. A lot of people are just sitting on their coins, waiting for the next big move. But while you're waiting, your crypto is just sitting in your wallet doing absolutely nothing. That's why I want to mention one of my longtime partners, FortisX. Instead of just letting your assets sit idle, you can put supported cryptocurrencies into FortisX liquidity pools and earn daily rewards while still keeping the flexibility to withdraw whenever you want. One of the reasons I've continued working with them is because they keep delivering. The team is public. They've successfully completed Cyberscope team verification, KYC, passed independent security audits, and the platform has been building consistently for years. They've focused on long-term growth, transparency, and security rather than hype. In a market like this, it makes far more sense to have your crypto working for you instead of letting it sit idle in your wallet. I've worked with FortisX for a long time, and if you're planning to hold your crypto anyway, I genuinely think it's one of the smartest ways to put those assets to work. And folks, I know security is very important to all of us as we hold our crypto assets, and they are fully audited by CertiK, and they are SEC registered and much more. So you got to check out FortisX. Go to fortisx.fi/x/thinkingcrypto. Link will be in the description.
All right, moving ahead. France proposes a strategic Bitcoin reserve bill to acquire 2% of Bitcoin's total supply. This is interesting. We are seeing a lot of these Bitcoin reserve bills popping up around the globe. So everyone is looking to regulate crypto. Yesterday, we talked about Russia signing their respective crypto legislation into place. And the United States, of course, still has this Bitcoin reserve bill open, so to speak. The ability to buy has not been confirmed yet, but they have established the reserve with Bitcoin they've seized over the years. But other countries are going to follow suit. So if this does become law, it will be huge, and game theory will certainly play out. Now, Plume has joined DTC's Digital Assets Solutions Industry Working Group alongside the NASDAQ, Charles Schwab, and Alpaca. Incredible names here, guys, who are getting involved with digital assets, crypto, and blockchain, and they're forming their own associations and groups. I mean, we've come a long way. Going back to when I got into the market in 2016 and seeing ICOs and this market being so young and it's maturing, and you have the biggest institutions in the world now getting involved and leading the charge. It's pretty incredible. Sometimes I have to pinch myself that this is actually happening because we waited so long for it. I've been through multiple bull and bear market cycles, a lot of FUD, and now we've certainly crossed the chasm of institutional adoption. Now, Coinbase has launched 24/5 US stock trading in the UK, offering nearly 4,000 equities with zero commission trading and fractional shares from €1, funded by GBP or USDC. So you have both native crypto firms like Coinbase and traditional financial firms launching tokenized stocks and ETFs and much more. So eventually, I've said it many times, these markets are going to become blended. It won't be crypto and stocks and so on and so forth. It's all going to be one market because it's all going to be running on blockchain rails. So this is the future, guys, and everybody's trying to build out as fast as possible around the globe, get as much market share as possible. Here's another example. Hong Kong launches a tokenized securities framework powered by Chainlink. So I'm bullish on Link. I have that in my portfolio. standardizing issuance, distribution, and settlement of tokenized securities with Cyberport, Apex Group, and regulated broker CS Pro among participants. So again, global movement to launching the token economy, integrating crypto and blockchain tech. Here's another example. Tether expands tokenization business into Saudi Arabia, starting with real estate. So they're going to put all asset classes on chain, guys. It's going to take time, but you can see stocks, equities, ETFs, real estate, gold. Tether's already doing gold, and we know they've already tokenized the dollar, right? So they were the first stable coin to have that mass appeal and mass adoption. So, guys, I mean, this is incredible stuff. So, the company said Thursday that its tokenization platform, dubbed Hadron, will provide the technology to issue and manage tokenized real estate assets for institutional investors in the country. Tether is teaming up with the Saudi partners First Data and fintech company BKN 301 on the effort. So the operating model could later expand beyond real estate into energy, infrastructure, finance, and other real-world assets, the firm said. So guys, it's going to start with these well-known asset classes, and then they're going to expand. So pretty incredible what's being built here. Now, final news item, crypto market maker Wintermute launches US broker dealer. Wintermute's pretty big. They're one of the largest market makers. They've certainly got a lot of bad social media comments, as the bear market started. They're not like the active sellers. Like they just provide the market makers. People want to sell, they'll provide that liquidity. People want to buy, they'll provide the assets. So, sometimes people aim their anger at the market makers versus who's actually selling, right? So on Thursday, Wintermute announced its affiliate Wintermute USA LLC has registered with the US SEC and Financial Industry Regulatory Authority FINRA. The registration allows Wintermute USA to trade stocks and stock options and act as an authorized participant for exchange-traded products, including those tied to digital assets. So Wintermute said the registration allows the firm to position itself for the emerging tokenized securities landscape. So again, everybody's building here, getting their infrastructure together. There's a saying, the bear market is for building, right? That's when you can lock in and build, and we're seeing a lot of that, not only from crypto native firms, but TradFi firms. So pretty incredible stuff. And I know the Clarity Act news is a bummer, but we kind of expected that. And let's hope that we can get something done in September, but we continue to see incredible adoption of crypto. This technology is not going away. Just because the bill didn't pass, that doesn't mean crypto's dead. Again, you're going to see those narratives, right? And maybe that's how it goes, right? Those narratives are going to be pushed. The price goes down, sentiment goes down. People are going to feel, oh, it's over, but they're missing all the building and investing that's happening despite the delays in the Clarity Act, right? There will be crypto legislation in the United States. It's just we have to go through the painstaking sausage-making process of the government and, all the crap we have to deal with, right, with Elizabeth Warren and all these anti-crypto people and much more. But we'll get there. The disruptive technology always wins. And as we always talk about, watch what they do, not what they say. And we are seeing just investing, building, and much more. So, guys, let me know what you think about this news. Leave your thoughts and comments below. Hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't as yet. Be sure to support the podcast by subscribing to my free email newsletter. It's on Substack. Grab a copy of my book on Amazon. It's available in paperback and digital. And check out my course at mycryptocourse.com. This is a comprehensive course that teaches you everything you need to know about crypto. And all the links will be in the description. So, folks, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you all. And I'll talk to you all later.